So, yesterday there was an article about Midnight Club 5 actually being canceled by Rockstar, and I had to go over this article real quick because my goodness, it honestly does hurt in a lot of ways, and I really want to know what y'all think about this once you guys actually see it. And do let me know your thoughts on Midnight Club just not making it, dude. I'm super interested because even right now, it honestly really does stink. But here's the first part of this article. First released in 2000 was the original Midnight Club Street Racing on PlayStation 2. The series focused on street racing throughout various city environments. The game received a positive reception right from launch, spawning a series that included 4 total games over 9 years, but there could have been a fifth if it hadn't been for Rockstar Games looking down on the franchise. And I want to say this right off the bat. Yes, you did hear that last part correctly. This is actually on Rockstar, guys, which is probably not that surprising, but also pretty annoying. So, the next part, Midnight Club 5 was in development. Speaking with Kiri Talks on Insider Gaming, former Rockstar senior designer Chris Roberts, who worked on Midnight Club series along with Red Dead Redemption's multiplayer, gave insights into what happened with the franchise and why a fifth game never happened. And my goodness, this I feel like is going to really annoy a lot of people, bro. I can't wait to see what people say with this, my goodness. But the next part will read, when I left, the core Midnight Club team continued to develop, Roberts said. I think they had even some prototype cities. I kind of recall London was one they were doing map development and stuff for. There was effort and they were also starting Midnight Club or whatever they were going to call it. But it didn't last, it was canceled. The next part reads, Roberts said the part of the reason it was canceled was due to non-trivial conflict between Rockstar New York and the Midnight Club team in San Diego. He said that a part of the conflict was legitimate as multiple deadlines were missed during the development of Midnight Club Los Angeles, which, guys, I wanted to point out real quick, we all do know Midnight Club Los Angeles was missing some stuff that was supposed to be in there. I heard about vehicles and all kinds of other plans that never made it into that game, which is honestly really unfortunate. But the next part is missing deadlines and falling behind schedule, especially in the pre-digital distribution days of gaming, often had potentially massive financial consequences. But it wasn't just what happened with the past games that Robert believes was a factor in the game's cancellation. The next part says, I think that might have been the core of it, but it was also creative control. He said the team in San Diego we felt in any other studio environment, Midnight Club was a solid game. And you know what? I think players can also agree with that. The next part is Roberts pointed to the fact that while competing with other racing titles like Need for Speed and Burnout, the game was successful and data showed players kept playing longer than the competing games, but that apparently wasn't enough. What's kind of wild though is Midnight Club really was a unique racing game compared to Need for Speed and Burnout. The entire thing we've talked about with having competition, it seems all they really want to do is take the competition away, and now we don't even have Need for Speed or Burnout or Midnight Club. Man, dude, what a time, what a time. The next part from there, though, the perception was we never got the accolades or the reception. Roberts explained the New York perspective was you're not GTA. When you're the redheaded stepchild project, you know, we're doing a good job, we're world class, but we are still treated less than. It was honestly challenging. And man, that kind of hurts to read that, dude. So basically, they were putting out these banger games, you know, Midnight Club series, and they really were happy with the projects, but the New York office was basically like, yep, you guys aren't Grand Theft Auto though, so I don't really know if this is going to work. The next part is after Midnight Club 5 was canceled, Roberts said that the team was dismantled. Some, he said, transitioned to working on the company's Rage game engine or on Red Dead Redemption. The rest, however, were let go. When they canceled it, it was pretty clear that there would be no more Midnight Club and everything was going to be GTA and stuff moving forward, and that's just the way it was going to be. To be honest, guys, reading this part of this honestly is pretty dang sad. I'm not going to lie to y'all, because basically what this is saying is a lot of things people have been saying for years is they did end up seeing how much GTA has done, how much money the game is doing, the popularity behind it, and they figured they could basically just release that game in, of course, Red Dead Redemption. We'll probably have another one of those, I'd say, in the next 4 to 5 years, if I had to guess there. But a lot of people are like, man, we've really had Midnight Club and it's just gone now. And you can't argue that GTA took some of the Midnight Club stuff in there and it kind of has like the racing and the customizing. I get that stuff, but Midnight Club was still a very unique game that really was nowhere else. The customization in MCLA for 2008, bro, nothing was touching it. Even newer games still can't get close to it, man. I mean, heck, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix, I'm gonna say it, is probably my number one game ever. I think that's number one for me, guys, truly. I just had so many memories on it. I even got another copy after like 3 or 4 months of searching. My mom's best friend was able to find one on Amazon, and my goodness, the game actually works for one as well. So I will definitely be playing through that on PS2, and I'll probably end up posting a lot of videos on it, so stay tuned for that one. But man, dude, like playing through this game again and also just seeing how unique Midnight Club, even Los Angeles was, as if you guys wanted to play it, the Xbox has it for 15 bucks. Wait for a sale, grab it. As I could easily say, you will not regret it. But what's really frustrating though is the game really did offer a unique standpoint on racing that was different from what the other games were doing. And even nowadays, if they were to re-release these games, let me have some hopium here, they would absolutely sell like hotcakes, guys. I truly believe that. Like, people would buy MCLA. I know it's on Xbox right now, but if they were to release it on PlayStation and also like the new version of it or something, again, hopium here. This ain't gonna happen. But if they were, I guarantee it would sell like madness, guys. If they put a 4 texture upgrade on Midnight Club 3 and released the game on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, bro, I guarantee y'all it would sell like absolute madness. Even if they put the game up for 40 bucks, I would literally buy it right now. I'd pre-order the game if it was on there. 50 bucks, I'd even spend 60 on it because Midnight Club was just that great. It was that unique. And the insane part is they basically got rid of Midnight Club because the games were not GTA, and they were pretty much looking at that like, okay, well, these games are cool, right? They're clearly doing better than Need for Speed and Burnout at the time, as players are enjoying them, but they are not Grand Theft Auto. Man, that is such a weird way to look at that stuff, dude. More competition, I guarantee Midnight Club could easily have stayed in the entire ecosystem of racing games alongside Grand Theft Auto because they were clearly different. Y'all know what though? One of the wildest things to me is simply how everyone was pretty much saying, even years before I was seeing people saying this on different platforms and also like, Instagram or forums like Reddit and all that, as people were pretty much saying that Midnight Club was canceled because they put all their time into Grand Theft Auto. And well, we are kind of seeing that more now than ever, guys. I mean, they made a ton of money with Grand Theft Auto 5. That game had a 13-year run and made literal billions of dollars, and here we are with Grand Theft Auto 6 that's right around the corner, apparently already making over $1 billion in pre-orders, where I'm going to say something real quick. We haven't even seen a piece of gameplay of it yet, by the way, and I'm hoping we see that eventually. And who knows, maybe it'll go up by the time this video goes up. Probably not, because that ain't gonna happen in the beginning of August. Or maybe they might end up going crazy and putting all kinds of stuff up to get people hyped up. But the fact that they really are focusing on that and Midnight Club is kind of fried now, it's super unfortunate. Now, again, guys, I wanted to say at least Grand Theft Auto does have the customization. The cars look way more realistic now and pretty much very close to new cars or real cars for that matter. So that is pretty dope. You can race, do some crazy nighttime street racing stuff, and, have police chase you. So it's kind of there, but also the overall Midnight Club experience is still not in Grand Theft Auto, in my opinion, because if you went back and played Midnight Club 3 or Los Angeles, you could clearly see a difference in those games compared to what Grand Theft Auto was, guys. I mean, heck, that's why people still talk about them and play them, because the games were so dang memorable with their design that they are still considered some of the GOATs even today, okay? We have a racing game like Midnight Club 3 from, what was it, 2004, 2005, something like that. That game is literally over 20 years old, and it's still considered one of the best games ever made because they did things that no other game has even gotten close to doing. And it kind of shows that they had the overall design ideas there that were really keeping people in check because people wanted to play them. I was also one of those people that played Midnight Club more than Burnout and Need for Speed, so I really can't say an absolute word there, as I was also one of those people. But guys, I could keep yapping about this. I'm super curious on your thoughts. It's definitely unfortunate knowing that Rockstar basically said, well, you're not Grand Theft Auto, which is just absolutely insane to hear that they were saying that. And you do know a lot of people love Midnight Club. And the last part of this entire article, guys, that is just stuck in my head is the fact that after Midnight Club 5 was canceled, they basically put the team on something like the Rage Engine or Red Dead Redemption. and the rest that made those amazing games are basically let go, which is kind of wild because if they ever wanted to make another Midnight Club, again, this is some hopium, would they even bother to do it? Can we at least get the old games remastered? Bring back Midnight Club 2 or something, or even I wish they could do 3, but I would say the licensing of that game might be a nightmare. You know what? Again, just put the 4K texture over it, give us the game back, and let us move on. Even Midnight Club 2, guys, I don't know. That stuff would at least be amazing as a Midnight Club 5 or next installment. I really don't know if that's ever going to happen, but after seeing this article, man, dude, it kind of hurts. Like, yes, we're about to get Grand Theft Auto 6, but they really threw away one of the best franchises ever that could easily beat many of the newer games, and it honestly wouldn't even be close.